in the quiet village of Umunze, where mist clung to the morning hills and the wind carried old secrets, people still whispered about a cursed object that once brought terror to their land, the Talking Calabash of the dead. Long ago, when the forest still ruled the earth and men feared what they could not see, there lived a poor palm wine tapper named Obidi. His hands were rough, his clothes worn, and his family often went hungry. He lived with his wife, Nkem, and their little son, Obinna, on the edge of the Agbara Forest, a place everyone feared to enter after sunset. The elders warned that the forest belonged to restless spirits. They said laughter sometimes echoed between the trees at night, and if you ever saw a glowing light within, you must run and never look back. But poverty deafens even the wise. One evening, as Obidi climbed down from a palm tree, he heard laughter, soft, haunting, like the giggle of a child carried on the wind. Curious, he followed the sound deep into the forest. The farther he walked, the quieter the world became. Crickets stopped singing. The wind died. Only that faint laughter remained, pulling him onward until the moon hid behind the branches. Then he saw it, a small calabash resting at the roots of an ancient iroko tree. It glowed faintly, as if a candle burned inside it. And then, to his horror, it spoke. "Obidi, Obidi, why do you suffer when riches lie before you?" His body stiffened. "Who's there?" he whispered. "I am your helper," the voice said, slow and deep, echoing from the calabash. "Take me home, and I will feed you with the wealth of kings." The forest fell silent again. Against every warning he'd ever heard, Obidi picked up the calabash and hurried home. That night, he sat before it, staring as moonlight touched its surface. Then the voice came again, soft and hungry. "Feed me, Obidi, feed me, and I will feed you." He placed a few pieces of yam beside it, along with some palm wine. When he awoke the next morning, the food was gone, and in its place lay a heap of gold coins. He gasped. He could not believe his eyes. Gold, real gold. He shouted through the village that the gods had blessed him. Soon, his hut overflowed with goats, new clothes, and fine things. People called him chosen. But some whispered that no man grows rich overnight without a shadow following him. As days turned to weeks, the calabash voice grew bolder. "Feed me again, Obidi. I am hungry." He gave it meat and yam, and each morning he found more gold. But one night, when he had no food left, the calabash whispered coldly, "Bring me blood, fresh blood." Obidi's heart nearly stopped. "Blood? Of what?" he asked. "Anything that breathes," it hissed. Trembling, he brought a chicken. The next morning, the bird was gone, and again there was gold. His fear turned to greed. Each night, he brought more goats, rams, even a stray dog. Each time, the calabash laughed, a deep, echoing laugh that made his hut shake. His wife Nkem began to notice the change. Obidi no longer smiled. His eyes seemed darker, his sleep restless. She heard him whispering to something in the dark. One night, she awoke to find him kneeling before the calabash, mumbling like a priest before a shrine. Then, one dreadful night, the voice returned louder than ever. "Obidi, my hunger grows. Bring me what you love most." "What I love most?" he asked, trembling. "Yes," it whispered. "Only then will I give you endless riches." Before dawn, Obidi crept into his son's room and carried the sleeping boy toward the forest. But Nkem awoke and followed him quietly. When she saw him standing before the calabash, raising their child above it, she screamed, "Obidi, what are you doing? That's our son." The calabash began to shake violently. The ground rumbled. The air turned cold. Then it spoke, not in one voice, but in many, a chorus of the dead. "You have fed me the living. Now, the dead shall feed on you." The earth split open. Pale hands reached out, grabbing Obidi's legs. He screamed as they dragged him down. His cries echoed until they were swallowed by the earth itself. Nkem fell to her knees, clutching her son, as the calabash rolled toward her and whispered one last time. He was warned. Then it shattered into dust. By morning, Obidi's hut was gone. His gold had turned to stones. The villagers found Nkem by the river, trembling, holding her child, her voice broken. She kept muttering. The calabash spoke. It spoke. To this day, when the moon is full and the wind passes through the forest, people say you can still hear Obadiah's voice crying for mercy and the calabash whispering his name. Obidi, Obidi, I am still hungry. And that is why no one in Umunze ever touches a calabash left in the forest, no matter how beautiful or golden it looks, for fear it might be the talking calabash of the